it's Midnight Raven, and today I wanted to do a response to Coach Eli. Apparently, he's said my name 3 times this week. Do you know what happens when you say someone's name 3 times? That's right, they appear. So here I am. So I've got a couple of things I want to say to Coach Eli. You know, he's been running his mouth quite a lot recently, and I think it's about time that I made a point of responding because I've heard my name 3 times. I've been told he's been mentioning me as well. So this isn't giving him a response as such. It's just me having a little bit of a chat with my own crew. And if he just happens to see this, then it just means that he's still invested in my channel and still watches me, although he claimed he doesn't. So you know, if I get mentioned a 4th time, he's obviously been watching my videos because why else would you talk about me? So apparently he mentioned my name the other day. And he mentioned my name with a bunch of other people from the other side on having the chat back open and that people could email him to come back. You would be highly surprised that I didn't take that offer, right? I mean, go to his chat, talk, hang out, and then find out the next day it was a members only stream. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sign up to Eli on day 1. Day 2, empty your wallet because it's now members only. Oh, you can try to get money out of me, Eli, but it would be like getting blood out of a stone, my dear. So Grotesque Human had mentioned me in the chat and said, "Hey, what about Raven? She could come back." And he was like, "Yeah, I've never had a problem with Raven. You've never had a problem with me. I've restreamed your ass for 5 years. You flagged my channel. You've constantly, in numerous videos, talked shit about me, saying that woman in the UK that I will not mention. But you don't think I have a problem with you and that I would somehow, crazily, come back?" I must have hit my head harder than you, Eli, because if you believe that, you'll believe anything. I have no intentions of ever going back over there. I trolled Eli from that side. I was giving out shit in his private Facebook group because he's a low life, fake life coach. And I believe he's dangerous. The same as every other person on YouTube of about 100+ people believe the same thing. Now, I don't know about you, but if one person believes it, maybe they're just, hateful. 100 people, yeah, I'm thinking there's a pattern here that, we're not just getting together and hating on Eli. This is a unanimous conversation on YouTube that you are dangerous to people. It's not just me. It's not just Red Bull Jack or anybody else that you keep naming. It's everybody you've ever come in contact with, no matter what community you've been in. Sometimes when someone is told something that they're the problem, they listen and they take it in. Have you tried that, Eli? Have you? Then I was mentioned again, apparently, for some reason. Then I was mentioned this morning. Like, I don't want anything to do with you, Eli. I don't understand what you don't listen to. Yes, I am still monetized. And the reason I am monetized is because you unceremoniously flagged my channel and demonetized me back then, along with your little minions. And YouTube decided that your flagging was just total bullshit. That I have every I'm allowed to respond to your channel. I'm allowed to do a commentary on your streams. They didn't flag me because I was live streaming you. They flagged me originally because a couple of your little butt minions, I'm guessing including you, Eli, flagged my channel and YouTube actually picked up on something else on my channel. I wasn't flagged for restreaming you. You want to believe that? You can believe that. I was actually flagged for other stuff, which I don't really want to go into. And YouTube and me cleared that up, and I got my channel back. And I have not been demonetized since. Because I don't restream you, Eli. You may think I restream you. You may think there's unlisted streams that I am doing. I can categorically say, and you can ask anybody that knows me, I haven't restreamed you in months. And you know why? Wholeheartedly, you are boring as fuck. I am sorry, but your Reddit posts are a snooze fest. Your streams with Dawn are comatosing. Comatosing. They are so boring, and this whole narrative that you spin that your woman is worth paying for to watch content, just no, Eli. You're using your woman as a commodity of your channel, an extension of your business. That's sad that you would use your woman like that. And the question that everybody poses, and you said to yourself, YouTube is that important to you guys, don't you have a life? Well, what if Dawn asked you the same question? What if she asked you to leave YouTube? Quit YouTube. You said yourself that us people spend too much time obsessing over YouTube, watching you constantly. We have nothing better to do, that YouTube is our lives, and we're just obsessed. Well, what about the opposite way around? You obviously watch all our streams. You obviously watch all our community posts. You obviously sit at home and just go on about YouTube constantly. Dawn is probably fucking sick of YouTube. Probably sick of it. I'd be sick of it. If I had a partner and all they did was talk about YouTube and YouTube this and this person's beefing with that and that person's beefing with that, I'd lose my fucking mind. I'd be like, seriously, get a fucking grip. No one wants you mediating, Eli. No one wants you becoming best buddies with half of fucking YouTube going, oh, I'm the peacemaker of YouTube. If Tammy and Adventure AZ want to have animosity for the next 10 years, who gives a shit? It's no different to when Lycan didn't like JB and you were trying to go in there and make matchmaker with everybody. No one asks for your help. No one wants you to mediate them. No one wants you to coach them. No one even cares about your opinions at this point, Eli. Your opinions are falling on deaf ears because there's nobody in your chat. You literally have disbanded anybody who maybe gave a shit a tiny bit about your channel, even to the point now of getting rid of Dana AZ, who apparently seemed interested in you. Fuck knows why, because, but then to, rat on other people like Susie. Now, Susie is really ill. She's really ill and she's spending some of her time on YouTube, and you're basically like, well, doesn't she have anything better to do? She's going to die. Well, we're all going to die, Eli. We all take 5-10 minutes out of our day to watch YouTube. But you consistently going at people who really don't really care, but you're still willing to use them as content. This whole narrative of example purposes is getting boring. You bully and harass and troll people, and it's not for example purposes, it's because you have no fucking other content, Eli. You literally said, I'm not going to talk about that side anymore. I'm not going to talk about them. Susie gets demonetized, and suddenly it's all about Eli. Oh, she must have got demonetized because of you. She didn't get demonetized because of you. She got demonetized for doing streams on sensitive content, Eli. If you did your research, she actually said that in a stream. But you claim you did your research. You obviously didn't watch her stream where she said, and I quote, that she was demonetized for sensitive content on other topics. She wasn't demonetized for restreaming you, Eli, because that doesn't happen. Even I wasn't demonetized because of your restreams. And I keep your restreams on my YouTube. They are privated. And I've been on YouTube for 7 years. Never been taken down for it. They still are on my channel. Yes, they are private, but they're still there, Eli. No one gives a shit that people restream you. Lycan's been doing it for years. Sarah's been doing it for years. Paul Martin did it. I've done it. Susie's done it. I wasn't taken down for restreaming you. You may have flagged my channel and it came up and it took it down. But that wasn't the reason. I was actually told by YouTube that it was other stuff. And yes, you did flag me. And yes, you had some other people flag me. And I basically got a slap on the wrist from YouTube and said, look, just take them down, whatever. So I just privated them. They're still on my channel. Can bring them up anytime I want, Eli. Some reminiscing of me slagging your channel off just for prosperity. So you were going at Susie, who is ill, which amazingly enough, you didn't want people going at your woman when she's poorly, but it's perfectly fine to go at Susie. But that's a different story, isn't it? Because being a drunk and an ex-nurse, oh, that's right, you went at Mrs. Carr, who's an ex-nurse, and said that she should have better morals and all this shit. And there's your woman who's an ex-nurse with 3 DUIs. You can really talk about somebody else when your own woman was in the same profession and apparently didn't give a shit about the public or the public's well-being when she got 3 DUIs as a nurse. Yeah, it's all right when it's other people, but when it's your own woman, apparently the rules don't apply. It's perfectly fine to just, slag people off like Mrs. Carr, who's an ex-nurse, and claim this, that, and the other. But your girlfriend's an ex-nurse and we're not allowed to because she's your girlfriend, so there's an invisible line of morality of where we cannot cross. Sorry, Eli, but we're going to cross that line, jump over it, and then fucking dance on it. If you want to come at Miss Carr for apparently being, of low morals and low integrity, of low IQ and all this bullshit because she's a nurse and should know better, well then so should you. Dawn should have known better that DUIs, drinking under the influence, dangerous. But she still continued to do it, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And she's still drinking. She's not a recovering alcoholic. We've seen her on numerous streams drinking. And if you are going to tell me that a doctor said that a recovering alcoholic is allowed to drink still, there's something wrong with you, Eli. I would change doctors personally because, no. So who else were you bashing? Poor old Red Paul Jack. Red Paul Jack came out of a coma. And he's not Jax in your chat. I don't know how many times you have to hear this. Red Paul Jack doesn't just sit there and make 50 sock accounts. J-Rom doesn't sit there and make 50 sock accounts. J-Rom has been none of the sock accounts in your chat. It's other people. There is more than just our community that hates you. I wish you'd get that through your thick skull. That there is an entire community out there that you probably don't even know of that probably hates you from afar. Just because they don't type in your chat, we're here to troll Eli. You seriously need to get some therapy, Eli. These wild accusations constantly of this troll is this person and J-Rom's doing this and Red Paul Jack's doing this and we're all mentally ill and we're all mentally unstable. Have you ever considered it's the opposite way around? That somebody who is consistently watching our channels is the one that's mentally unstable, the one that's consistently making conspiracies and theories and staying up to the early hours of the morning because he can't sleep because we're running through his head is the one with the problems. I'm sorry, Eli, but you need help. And no, I won't be coming back to your channel. And yes, I am still monetized because you know why? Because I am that person that puts out content, Eli. I have content. You, my friend, have been using us for years as your content. And even this evening, after saying that you weren't going to talk about us anymore, we're not that interesting, Susie gets demonetized. You're there in a heartbeat. How did you know that? Did you watch her channel? Oh, that's right, because you watch all of us. And poor MJ, my sympathy goes out to MJ. I myself am suffering from depression. Yes, you can gloat, Eli. I am suffering. I'm also being made redundant and losing my job. I feel for MJ. Yes, it's probably not a good idea to put it on YouTube, but to have someone like you willing to bash him and say, look, if you weren't in these communities, a light would go off and suddenly you'd be perfectly fine. Because the only problem that MJ has in his life apparently is us. I think you will find that MJ's problems runs a lot deeper than that, and then it dates back to maybe his childhood and other things. I don't think MJ's depression and low mood is based on the fact that he's either part of the Lycan Legion or hangs out with us. I think you need to look a bit deeper than that, than just looking for the community that's trying to help him as the reason that he's having problems. Lycan's video was so supportive, and kudos to Lycan for doing that. You, Eli, you just see MJ as a little bit of easy an easy target. And I hate to say that, but using MJ and saying, look, if you came over here, you'd be happy, you'd be healthy, you'd be wonderful, you're gaslighting him, Eli. Things like depression and that can't be helped just by sitting in a YouTube chat. He needs bigger help than that. Therapy, counseling, a support network. He doesn't need some raging idiot life coach on YouTube who claims that if you just come to my chat, the whole world is sorted. MJ needs a lot more help than that. And if you do anything, MJ, and you take anything from anything you've seen on YouTube, Eli is not the person that you need to go to. Eli is interested in one thing and one thing only, and that is himself. A YouTube coaching business where you make no money. A YouTube coaching business where you want to give out information and advice for free. How do you expect to make a business? Jesus Christ, at least Tammy knows that eventually giving out free information is not going to make a business. She's going to have to charge either a monthly fee or a one-off fee for her content eventually. You can't just give out free information until the end of time. Like you said, your business hasn't made money because you're so nice and you want to give out information and advice for free. How do you make a business out of that? Eventually, you have to start charging people. So, yes, you may on the surface care for MJ and be like, he's a decent bloke, he needs help, I want to offer it. But eventually, MJ would have to get a membership, right? To be able to talk in your members only chats. Or he'd have to be donating because we know you don't keep all people around unless they donate. As you said, you can't do this for free forever, so eventually MJ would have to cough up some money, correct? See, it's a very, very old technique of offering free information, becoming buddies, then doing members only streams where he's going to have to get a membership to even chat. Leave MJ alone, Eli. He's not some toy between the entire group to pass around. He's a human fucking being with thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And if anybody can help MJ, it's Lycan. Lycan has that relationship with MJ behind the scenes that nobody sees. And I am sure that between the two of them, they can help him. And there are other people on YouTube as well that can also help MJ. What you didn't need to do, Eli, was take out an olive branch and make out that we're all terrible people and blah, blah, blah. And that, we're just going to use MJ as some pawn between us all, between you and the Lycans and all of that. It's sad, Eli. It's sad that you would stoop to that kind of level. Because we actually do care about people on YouTube. I've been helped by people on YouTube within the Legion, and so have other people. And we've never asked for anything in return. We band together as a community, and that's what you're jealous of. You're jealous that we have a community that cares about each other. If somebody is flagging our channels, we want to help. If somebody's having problems like Susie, who is ill, we want to raise money and help her. If there's something going on behind the scenes and only a select few people know, believe me, there is help going on no end in this community. Just because we don't make a YouTube video about it, going, aren't we wonderful, we're helping people, we don't need the limelight when we help people. We don't. It's not glorifying our help and getting that kudos for helping on YouTube. We do it because we care about people. MJ needs real help, not just YouTube friends. He probably needs help from outside of YouTube. And you offering to help and coach him? No. If MJ has any sense, he wouldn't even entertain the advice you want to give him. So in a nutshell, Eli, leave Susie alone. Leave MJ alone. Leave the whole community alone. Stop watching us. Stop talking about us, because that is the only content you have. For a person that apparently has a varied, wonderful life, the only example purposes you can give is about us. Try your own stories, your own existence on this planet, maybe as content. Because although we are highly interesting, and believe me, Eli, the community has so many interesting people, you're just so fucking close minded. You were never willing to listen to them and hear their stories. I've heard stories from lots of people. Mr. and Mrs. Carr, even Paul has wonderful stories that you've probably never entertained listening to because you're too busy fixated on fucking drama. Which person hates what person, and can I get Tammy and AZ to be a wonderful enlightened pair, and can I sort this problem out? Stop fixing people that don't need to be fixed, and stop poking your fucking self in situations that don't even have your fucking name in them. It's sad that you would draw attention to yourself that much by having to poke stuff at Susie, by having to poke stuff at MJ. Leave them alone. Crawl back onto whatever rock it is that you came out of. Go back to your 3 subscribers and enjoy that, Eli. Leave people alone. And stop, for the love of God, mentioning my fucking name. I don't want to come back to your channel. I'm still monetized, and if I want to fucking restream you, I bloody will, and I will enjoy it, and I will take all the money that people give to me to talk shit about you, Eli. The thing is, on YouTube, you may not be able to be bought, but I can. And my commentaries on you are magnifique. So like and subscribe. Donate to my channel to spite Eli, because unlike Eli, I actually do content that doesn't evolve around him and have done for fucking years. My advice, Eli, mind your own business. Get back to your side of YouTube, crawl back under whatever rock you choose to, and leave this side alone. Or prepare to be restreamed until the end of time, because I make good money restreaming you. And you know what? With being made redundant and losing my job because my company's store is closing, I could do with some extra money. So feel free to drop a bone, drop some money, spread the love that the Raven is back. And if Eli wants to be restreamed by me, he's going to get it. And I'll see you soon. Love you all, and love to Susie and MJ. Bye, guys.